Hello, and welcome to the project demonstration of a dating app for animal adoption. My name is Brianna, and my teammates were Devri, Zeng, and Han. This project is for our senior capstone, and as mentioned, our project is a dating app for animal adoption. This project has a special place in our hearts because of our love for animals and helping them find a perfect forever home. To begin, we're going to start with highlights. So these are the major areas that users are going to see within our project. When a user first creates an account, they're going to be asked to select their pet preferences. So this will be their preferred pet type, perhaps a preferred pet breed, and as well as any preferred dispositions. Note that users do not have to select any of these. They can select none if they're interested in all. And finally, they'll be asked to review their preferences. In their user settings, they'll also be able to edit these preferences. So let's log in as a user here and then see what they'll see. So to begin, I'm just logging in as my example user and will be brought to their profile. So here they can edit their profile information. They can edit their pet preferences. As you can see with this profile, I did not select any pet preferences. And then they'll also have a favorites area. Here they can browse for pets. Now this is our matching algorithm, so it'll start with a pet that matches their pet preferences, and they can favorite them or dislike them. If they do favorite a pet, it'll show up under the My Favorites Pets in the user dashboard. Additionally, they can unfavorite a pet if perhaps they accidentally favorited one. Back to browsing for pets, they can also search by type, breed, disposition, and created date. So, for example, let's search for the cats that are in our database. As we can see, we just have Fluffy here, and if a user clicks on Fluffy, we can see Fluffy's details and also favorite Fluffy from here. Then when a user is done, they can go ahead and log out. Our next main feature is for admins. So I'm going to log in as an example admin here to see how they add pet profiles to our database. Here you can see the admin dashboard with all the pets, and an admin can add a new pet and enter in the corresponding information. Additionally, they can edit existing pet profiles within that editing tool here. And finally, they can select a pet profile and delete it if perhaps a pet was adopted or has moved to a different shelter. And that is it for the admin dashboard. Next, we'll go over kind of our development process. To start off, we'll start with our steps for development. We started with the idea in just conceptualizing how our dating app for animal adoption would look. We kind of started brainstorming innovative ways to make animal adoption more engaging, and we wanted to keep the dating app like format similar to Tinder, where users can swipe animal profiles. That's why we have this swiping left and right for favoring or not favoring a pet. So we found that as a fun interactive way to approach animal adoption. Next, we started gathering our requirements and thinking about the core features of our project. These features were, of course, the user accounts, our users and admins, as well as the admin dashboard and the user dashboard, and then, of course, the pet profiles themselves as well. And additionally, we talked about how we were going to navigate the matching system with that liking or disliking. Next, we moved on to looking at the design and creating wireframes. We used Figma to just visualize the design that we wanted to look at. We really focused on creating a user-friendly and emotionally engaging interface. The next step in our development process was to look at our tech stack and kind of choose what we're going to use for our project. We decided to use React, Node.js, and DirectX for our backend. During development, we did have some deviations. We initially underestimated the complexity of real-time matching as well as user authentication. So we had to simplify the matching logic, which is why we have those user preferences. The UI design also took more time than expected, so that led to some condensed coding at the end here. But we did get it all finished, and I am very proud of the team. Some challenges we faced a few challenges just syncing the front end with the back end and ensuring that data was consistent. That was a little tricky, but we did get over that hurdle. Honestly, we learned that just focusing on the main areas of our product helped us stay on track. It's easier to add little features after you nailed the basics and the core features that we're looking for. Additionally, we learned that it's really important to be open to change, and communicating clearly made it easier to adapt to unexpected challenges. Now that our project is coming to an end, we may ask, what now? A few team members have expressed their interest in developing this project farther beyond our project requirements for possible commercial application. But there's nothing definitive yet in the works, so there are infinite possibilities with where this project may end up. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our project demo.